And hello and welcome to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, the no throne cicerone. And welcome back to stream, folks. Happy Wednesday, one and all. It is good to see you here. We are, of course, back in that little corner of the internet known as the Retro Rathskeller, in which we mainly play persistent retro campaigns. What is retro? You might be asking yourself right now. Well, that is an answer perhaps lost to time. Today we're playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. But before we get started on brass tacks, as they say, let's actually go ahead and talk about what is on tap today. And today, of course, it is Dry Wednesday, which means that we are going to have something non-alcoholic. And actually, let me go ahead and pull it out just a minute here. Oh yeah, and I guess I did forget to introduce my trusty friend Churro, who just happens to be lying next to his bed as opposed to being on his bed. It just so happens that he finds the floor a bit more comfortable tonight. Now, what exactly do we have tonight? Tonight we have something called a pastry porter, non-alcoholic pastry porter from Surreal Brewing. Let's go to the ales can for this. And as you can see right there, we've got Surreal Brewing's non-alcoholic pastry porter. It's got this dark, rich brown background with some kind of polygonal dragon head on the top. And I feel like a lot of Surreal's cans tend to have this particular design with maybe slightly different colorations, but I believe the logo stays the same, which is nice. It's kind of like this rich, creamy brown on it. And there's some sprinkles at the top to suggest to you that it is indeed a pastry porter. Now, what exactly is a pastry porter, you might be wondering to yourself? Well, a pastry porter is a porter. What is a porter? You may have heard of the term porter when talking about stouts. Porter and stouts are different styles, but sometimes they're not. As a matter of fact, when they first started in history, they were actually the same exact style. They were known as porter stouts. And I believe the reason for that is because they were very popular with people that worked in ports. Now, they are both made from the same exact darker malts, things like chocolate malts, crystal malts, and caramel malts. And when you brew those, they give you this rich brown liquid, kind of like Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola, RC Cola, all the colas. They're very opaque. The main difference between a porter and a stout is that porters generally use malted barley as their base, which is what you conventionally do with most malts. Now, a stout, on the other hand, generally uses unmalted roasted barley. So same types of base ingredients, but you have slightly differing processes before you put those suckers to boil, as they say, which gives stouts a slightly more roasted character to them. You probably find some more coffee notes on a stout than a porter, whereas a porter generally exhibits more caramelly-like flavors. Makes them just a bit sweeter. They both tend to have similar flavor notes, though. You do get some of those chocolates. You get very unrefined sugars, things like molasses, caramels, brown sugar. Yeah, it's a very, very rustic, very complex flavors. Now, what a pastry porter is. A pastry porter is basically a milk porter on steroids. A milk porter is a porter that incorporates lactose into the fermentation process. I actually don't know if it's during the fermentation or if actually during the boiling. It might make more sense to actually do it during fermentation, which gives the beer a slightly creamier milk-like quality. Now, what exactly is a pastry stout? Hold on a second. I feel like for a moment there, my reporter account froze. A pastry stout is a little bit different in that not only do you have milk in the fermentation tank, but you actually start throwing things like your favorite pastries, just so in the hopes of that particular beer picking up some of those flavors, things like oatmeal cookies, cheesecake, pie. Honestly, the world is your oyster when it comes to the different pastries that you can add into a fermentation tank. Beer snobs don't care for them, but I find them very tasty. Let's go ahead and actually taste. Actually, let's go and see what Untappd has to say. And I'm about to cough, so I'm going to mute myself. And it happens to me every once in a while where I know that a cough is coming. And my thought is, well, maybe if I keep talking, the coughing itself will actually go away. And you know what? That has yet to happen. Let's go ahead and turn off the ales cam, see what Untappd says over here. So, pastry porter by Surreal Brewing, 0.5% alcohol by volume. This pastry porter is perfect for hanging out and telling stories around the campfire. Vanilla adds warmth to coffee notes, while cacao nibs enhance its chocolate undertones. We added milk sugar and monk fruit for a touch of decadence. I can't say that I'm very familiar with monk fruit, but I am very eager to taste it. Let's go ahead and actually taste this thing. Okay, and I'm seeing a slightly elevated can over here, which gives me some pause. Let's do this carefully. Might be okay. Ooh, okay. Definitely a bit of fizz there. Definitely a lot of fizz. It's a good thing that we were careful when attempting to pour this thing, simply because as you know, there's a couple of things that might make your can extra fizzy, and this is obscene right there. Look at that. Number one, You can shake your beer a lot, which is, of course, not a great idea because you lose all your carbonation. The second reason for something like this happening is if you pour in poor fashion. And the idea is that whenever you're trying to pour a beer, you want to angle it. You want that liquid to have as much surface area so that the impact doesn't release that carbonation. The third reason is that your can is old and that you may have stored it for let's say a couple of months, and then the carbonation kind of takes over. Your can stops being as equalized as it could be, and you get this horrible example right here where even though I poured it as slowly as I could, I couldn't but help prevent the fizzies. And hello, the kitty. How are you doing this fine day? It is good to see you. Merry Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for popping by. Of course, the Kitty Toe Beans is a fellow Fruity member, a member of the Fruity stream team. Sometimes I have to clarify that, not all the time though. And yeah, they're a delight. Certainly a established community member at this particular juncture. They were last playing Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete. Tell me, is that the remaster? Is that the one that released recently? I believe I heard a lot of folks were getting into that. Are you a Lunar fan, the kitty? I would love to know. Because of course I have to be so egocentric all the time, I only played Lunar Legend on the Game Boy Advance, and I thought that was a wonderful game, but it certainly didn't it certainly lacked the charm of the PlayStation and Saturn versions of that game. And I do hope that I get the chance to play this remaster. Oh, it is. Well, I hope you're having fun with it. I wonder if that's like a first experience for you in terms of that story. Let's go ahead and actually taste this because all my gabbing has actually made this fizz come down. Thank you very much for the hydrate, Paco. And now, of course, I have to hydrate before we actually taste this thing. Thank you so much for stopping by, Paco. I hope you're doing well. It is good to see you. And I don't want to make a slurping sound, so take it upon my honesty that I am drinking water right now. That is high quality H2O. But okay, let's go ahead and actually taste this. So you got some rich caramel notes on the nose, a slight tinge of coconut, maybe some sweet nuts. What's a sweet nut? Not like a peanut, but like a what's the one I like? Walnut. A bit of a walnut nose. To your health. Thank you for being here. And yeah, you got some light milk coffee type flavor on it. A little bit of that black tea, very gentle. 2 scoops of sugar, not too much. You've got a certain creamy quality to it. It's not as strong as a milk porter per se, but you can definitely sense that the intention was there. It almost reads as vanilla as opposed to milk. Yeah, kind of just like rich, creamy flavors all across the board. Again, that it's a little bit like coconut, which interests me. I wonder what kind of pastry they use in this beer. Unfortunately, Untappd doesn't actually tell us that. Let's see, floral notes, cacao nibs enhance its rich chocolate undertones. Oh, there we go. Milk sugar for a touch of decadence. So definitely some good lactose component in there. Let's go ahead and give this a rating. Turn off the ales cam for a second, will ya? Thank you so much. A 2.75 is a solid rating for this beer. I'm giving it a 3 today. We're being generous. And cheers, we got it. By Jove, we got it. But that is what we'll be drinking for tonight. One thing before I forget, I did want to go ahead and give fellow streamer. Wait a second. Oh wait. Right, it's that thing where if they don't say anything, I can't shout them out. You won't stop me, Streamlabs. I know your game. How do you do this again? There we go. And kindly check out Falco Forte, who is an accomplished streamer. They were last playing Helldivers 2. In addition to being an accomplished streamer, they're also an excellent musician. So I highly suggest you check out their YouTube channel. I believe you have stuff in your YouTube channel. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. With that, let's go back to intermission. We do have a question of the night for tonight. And this one came up because I was chatting in a stream yesterday. I was actually chatting in all places, a Monster Hunter Wild stream with a streamer known as Fruitcake. She is wonderful. Question of the night: are you a thrill seeker? Do you seek thrills? Do you enjoy being daunted and scared and this and that? I have a resounding no to that question. I do not like thrills. I get scared easily. I don't like roller coasters, even the kiddie ones. I would never do anything like bungee jumping or parachute jumping. What's the one where you throw yourself? Skydiving. Yeah, skydiving. So yeah, feel free to answer the question of the night. We'll go ahead and pin that to the chat. Pin it, let's go. But with that, let's go to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Lower the volume on that. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me know if that's just horribly loud. I feel like this music is blasting in my ears simply because of my headset. Start from save game or start on pyramid. You know, honestly, we were playing in the Dark Palace, and the problem with that is that we just ran out of fairies. So I kind of feel like starting on the pyramid, see if we can find anything around here. Let's see, question of the night. No, not because I get scared, but I just don't get anything out of roller coasters or other similarly nature things. And that's fine. Falco, you must be a very brave individual. You're like, you know what? I am not afraid of roller coasters, but I will also not take them. I'm just playing, of course. I do feel like there is a certain type of personality or a certain type of disposition to like thrill seeking. And I guess if I were to say that I wasn't scared of them, I probably still wouldn't seek them. I feel like it's a drive. It's probably like a drive. But thank you so much for answering the question of the night. I keep saying this, but I should create a currency for people that answer question of the night. And as with anything, I just never do it. I just never do it. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Ooh, wait, where's my... How do I catch it? If I could just swing a jar at it. Swing away, just swing away. Oh great, that's not what I wanted. You know what, let's go to the light world. I think it might make more sense for us to collect fairies over there. And of course the way to do that is to use the magic mirror. The magic mirror! Which is, where do I have this thing? Wow. Okay. So we don't want to go into the castle. I think we have fairies around Kakariko Village, if I recall correctly. Let's go and find them. Actually, while we're here, let me go ahead and go to the witch's hut, because I believe she was supposed to make me magic powder. We do love magic powder around these parts. It's a funny feeling every once in a while. I remember I used to be a kid, and one of the shows that I used to watch as a kid was the Aladdin cartoon on Disney, on the Disney Channel. And number one, I was always wondering what the chronology of what the cartoon was, in the sense of I didn't exactly know if it took place after the first or second movie, because I had already seen the third movie, and of course that movie was fairly definitive. It was like, okay, Genie is gone, so therefore it must not be after the third movie. But if it happens after the second movie, does that mean the Genie is free? And it kind of just constantly messed with me. Thank you, young man. Drop by the shop later for a special surprise. Wait, why is she not giving me the... Oh, there it is. This is magic powder. Try sprinkling it on enemies and many other things. Red is the medicine of life. Green is the medicine of magic. Blue renews both life and magic. Taste a sample of red. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will repay your kindness someday. Okay, so back to the main problem here. My main childhood problem of all problems was just this idea that every single time a problem presented itself in Aladdin where you could just solve it by the genie doing something, like wishing the person away or whatever, he would say something along the lines of, well, we can't combine magics because it's dangerous. And it was always like some wizard or some other genie or a sprite or like a gargoyle with magic powers. Wow, these... I don't wanna lose my magic sword. Okay, so the thing is, they would always be facing an enemy that had magic powers, and the genie always warned them against like using magic against magic. I think they must have done it like once or twice. But yeah, that was... They had this omnipotent being, this OP character, and yet they never used him. He was only ever used for gags and the like. And I just think about it to this day. Why couldn't they just use magic? Well, at least we got one more item. I don't know that we'll get too much use of magic powder. I don't... Oh my gosh, come on. Get off me. This is awful. Let's go someplace safe. Of course, there is no safe place in Hyrule. It's impossible. Thank goodness for that. Maybe in my house there's stuff? I believe in Kakariko Village there's like a fairy well. Oh, nice. Maybe if I go back in, I can get my some more hearts again. Look at that. It's a nice thing. Okay, at the very least we have all of our hearts, which means that we have sword beams back on. Sword beams are back on the menu. That's what you get for defying my power. Oh no. Why? It's like as soon as I just get jumped by everyone. Ooh, green apple. No, wait, bomb. I thought it was a green apple. Let's make sure that we have the bug catching nets. What about this tree? Well, that's better than whatever they threw me, those green apples. I can't say I'm a fan of green apples. They're a bit too tart. Not my favorite apple type. Okay, I'm pretty sure that in the north of the village there's fairies. So let's go there. Ba-ba-bum. Wait a second. Isn't this the south of the village? Yeah, yes, it is the south. And if I could just find a straightforward path to go up, this would be a far simpler task. Da 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 da. Voila, we're back in safety, I think. Oh no, I spoke too soon. I feel like I gained this false sense of confidence recently, in the sense that I got all of these heart pieces, and I have all of these weapons, and then of course, things started beating me up again. This village is full of guards. That's not good. Oh no. Headshot. Okay, I know that there's a tree here. There's gotta be a tree, come on. This one, right? No. I thought that there was one right here that always gave you all the fairies. We're just gonna spend this entire day looking for fairy trees. What's a fairy tree? A tree where fairies grow. Ooh. And let's go this way. I don't know what this place is. What's with the whistling? Oh no. Go, 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 go. Okay, well, that was an entirely fruitless exercise. So no fairies. Was there some... Let's go... maybe south? I believe there was a shrine somewhere around here that had fairies. I feel like I'm missing someplace obvious. Maybe the sanctuary around this part. Yeah, let's do that. It's fine, it can... Today can be a non-productive stream. Run! The boys. Wow, we're getting all the bombs today. And we can skip down. Yeah, sword beams are nice. They definitely feel like they have weight in this game. Why? Go in, go in, go in. Wow, it's like no tree... All the trees have decided to just rebel. They're all rebelling. Just... Wow. Okay. Ram. Dodge ram. It's really stinky when we lose our sword beams. Run through our enemies. How about these trees? That reach. Well, at least we got apples. And that's an entrance. Could this be a fairy well? I hear fairies. That is the sound that fairies make when they fly, of course. No, I don't want that fairy. I want the tiny ones. Ugh. Rejection. Okay, well, not there. Let's take a dive. I am very close to just trying to find a fairy location in Google. Ideally in the dark world so that I don't have to do all this. Okay, I think we're there. I think we're there. Fairy fountains. Let's see. A Link to the Past. Fairy locations. This will make things a little easier. So in the light world, there's a few. Eastern Palace Cave. And Lake Hylia. There's like 8 million fairy wells in the dark world, south of Dark Palace. Okay, so let's just go to the Dark Palace. I think that makes the most sense. We've wasted enough time. Oh, come on, just... At the very least, I will say that this was not a complete waste of time because we did pick up the magic powder. That's not nothing. Of course, if we could have just done it a little more effectively, that would have been nice. I don't understand. Like, regular palace guards have such indomitable strength that they are able to resist the legendary Blade of Evil's Bane. Move. Oh no. This is painful. Okay, good. We stood our ground. Reminds me of that episode of South Park with Stand Ground. Ooh, that brings back bad memories. Okay, what? There was a guard under a bush? Where am I? Okay, so all we need to do is go west. Sorry, east. And we should be able to find our portal back. Am I just being totally reckless here? I feel like everyone is just out to destroy me today. How did I used to do this before? Let's just mobilize. Mobilize, mobilize. Wow, wow. Okay. At the very least, we won't have to deal with guards, and that is good. These guards are just chumps. And of course, if anybody is wondering, we are enjoying a delicious, non-alcoholic pastry porter from Surreal Brewing to your health. Rich, creamy, and chocolatey. Okay, let's go back here. There is a very fair chance that we will perish while trying to just get to the Dark Palace, by the way, in case anybody hasn't noticed. I've got no potions, no fairies, and everybody's trying to pick on me. If only there was just a few enemies that would succumb to my blade with a single shot. And also my blade was as big as Donatello's bow in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game from Ultra Games. No, this is not what I want. What a pain. Let's see if... this one is sad. Fairy fountains. I might as well just give up. Here I'm about to give up here. Clearly, fairies don't exist in this game. Where else could be a good location for a fairy to hide? Let's go check out this area. This seems mysterious. Of course, there's also Dark World guards. in the dark. I think the moral of the game right now is always be sorting. What was that about? What are those things? Sorry, I just don't want to get shot at while I'm taking a swim. My sword beams don't reach it, even though its fiery thing does reach me. Talk about inequality. Dive. Ooh, get away from there. Oh, and I got hit. Lost my sword beams. Okay, so where are we again? Right, up there. Ba-da-da-da-da. What is this thing? It's like a walking esophagus. Okay, what about this place? What the? Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. Sure, let's hear it. Haha, thank you. To tell you the truth, I used to be a thief in the light world. Some of my fellow thieves went into hiding because they were afraid of being caught. One of them was a master lockpicker, but now he is hiding the fact that he was a thief by pretending to be a completely average guy. Ha ha ha. Hey, it almost sounds like I'm giving you a hint. Wasn't that the guy that we picked on and then he started chasing us? No, I think we're done with the tips. Haha, I see I'm not interested in talking to people who don't have rupees. Yeah, well, I think I've heard your tale. A tale of swords and souls eternally retold. I always forget how to bring up the menu. Watch out, watch out. Wait, it didn't do it? Okay, let's go in. Still not the type of fairies that I want. It's just not gonna happen, huh? Let's go to the Dark Palace. Tired of this. We've wasted enough time. We'll just have to be good. At some point, we'll just have to invest in medicine anyway, so we won't really be able to rely on fairies. Of course, I don't really have that much money to invest in any of that. What? But it's above us. Why would we? Sometimes I forget, or sometimes I get the feeling that this game sometimes plays out like a bullet hell, where you can't walk into a single screen and just relax, you know? It's like constantly be moving. You gotta keep moving. Hey, this seems nifty. Let's use the mirror right here. Oh wait, this is just under the... That's where we got that bottle. Yep. Okay, I believe there's a fairy right here, right? Yes. The big fairy, that is. Not the ones that we want, mind you. Now let's go ahead and get some more of this. Once again, we are enjoying a delicious non-alcoholic pastry porter. All my love, too long ago. Delicious. Okay, let's get going. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. Hopefully we can keep our sword beam at the very least. Whoa. Who is this Mr. Muscly Man? Wonder how many shots he's gonna take. Oh, come on. That little pterodactyl took 2 hearts away from me in one single clean shot. Yeah, what is this? Wow. That is bad. That is bad, isn't it? Let me go ahead and save my game just in case this is the end. I haven't really been using too much in terms of save states in this game. I don't feel like I've needed them. But maybe I spoke too soon. How do I get to that place? Oh, if only I could just climb the wall, that would be nice. I have to go through the maze. Yow! Actually, let me out with my boomerang. At the very least, I'll be able to stop enemies before they reach me. I hope. If I can hit them once. Okay. And this is not the way. Whoa. Go through here. I believe that's like a place where you meet one of the sages or something like that. Darunia, the Sage of Fire. Perish. Actually, speaking of Darunia, the Sage of Fire, since I happen to be talking about it, I believe it was a few months ago where I saw this very interesting video essay, and they were talking about the god beasts of the 3 tribes. So at the beginning of the game in Ocarina of Time, you have 3 jewels that you're looking for: the Kokiri Emerald, the Goron Ruby, and the Zora Sapphire. And 2 of those have guardian deities. The Kokiri Emerald has the Great Deku Tree, of course. The Zora Sapphire has Lord Jabu Jabu, but the Goron Ruby doesn't actually suggest that there's like this guardian deity for it. And I think there might be like some hints in the game that I totally missed, but apparently the guardian deity for that particular jewel and people, the Gorons, is actually Volvagia, which is the boss of the fire cavern in once you become an adult. And I thought, wow, really? There's very little in the game to like ascertain this, but apparently it was driven mad by Ganon at some point, of course, and it stopped being the guardian deity, probably. Oh no, it's coming for me. This thing takes quite a beating. How come not a single enemy gives me a heart? Yeah, so I thought it was interesting. And so apparently this is also confirmed in the Wind Waker, because you have those 3 groups of people with guardian deities, and so you have the Deku Tree. Then you have another fish. I forget what that fish is, but then you also have like Baloo, which is like this dragon, and apparently they are a descendant of Volvagia, which I thought was, I guess, confirmation that is actually the case. Okay, let's get in here. What an obnoxious sound. Okay, Dark Palace. So we've been here before. Let's try to see if we can get some hearts. Try and be as careful as possible here. Oh, maybe we should hit it with a rock. Nice. Okay. No stone must be left unturned. If I come back in here, will I be able to get hearts again? Maybe. Possibly. No. Close but no cigar. Wait, why? I thought I was wearing my shield. So nothing in here, of course. Oh, this place is skimpy with the hearts. Whoa, away from me, you. Okay, nice. Let's see what's down here. And that is of course... Now, I believe you could actually use magic powder on these things, right? Maybe. Yeah, and it turns into a fairy. That's what that was. So the only way to get rid of bubbles, unfortunately, is to use the magic powder. Can I try and turn it again? It's so difficult. We've got such a small range here with... And let's try and catch it. Yes. Keep it in a bottle. Okay, let's try that one more time. I don't think that we will have that much magic powder anyways. So this might be a fool's errand as it is. Ah! Okay, and let's catch it. Why does this have to be such a difficult mechanic? Okay, let's try one more time. Go for the 3. Go for the banjo 3. Ah, dear. It just ran into me. Okay, we might have like one more magic powder throw here. Never mind. Clearly a fool's errand. Okay, so let's take this portal. Let me put my boomerang back on just to stop any enemies from ramming into me, which they have been doing all night. Ugh. Oh, this is not the way. What happens if I go up? Oh wait, this is just a stone slab. Never mind. Okay, so that's just to help us like determine a tip. But yeah, we just have to be careful. Unfortunately, everything is out to get us. Giving us all the bombs here. And let's see. We're still on the first floor. As far as we can tell, there's only 2 floors, but these places tend to grow every once in a while. Cheers to the ones that we lost along the way. Okay, let's keep going. Careful not to run into those things. Those things are, I think, shock you. Oof. Come on. I think those things can't perish unless you hit them with a bomb or something like that. Let's go this way. And if we go down there, well, let's see how far we can go without breaking the bridge. Battle at Big Bridge, of course, is what I'm referencing. A little bit of magic. You can just jump down there. Oh, come on. Why? You have to pit, like, bouncy enemies against you in this stage. It's all about the bounce. Sometimes you don't need that jiggliness. Is it actually going to... Oh, yes it did. And of course it does nothing. There's no point in us pushing. But if we go up here... The puzzle is solved, my dear boy. I wish we could get more hearts though. Okay, so I believe there's... Yes, crystal switch. Which means that we can go to that side. We can also... Unfortunately, we can't really go up here. Try as we might, we can't really do an angle shot over on this side. And of course, if we hit it from here, the problem is that we can't cross back. Unfortunately. Nice, we got our sword beams back. Door opens. I think we need to push one of these statues, right? Yes. Drink some water. Hydrate myself. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, and these are the fellows that copy your every move. Unfortunately, we can just shoot at this person until they're down. Oof! I knew it. The problem with that one is that as soon as it faces you, it fires. Wait, what? But I wasn't facing it. I think the idea is that you want to hit it with arrows, right? That's what that was. Oh, I think it's, you shoot an arrow, and then you make it walk up. Except, you know, better than that. Have to be faster than that. Nice. That's a pretty interesting puzzle. Whenever I see a Cyclops, I just need to shoot it with an arrow through its eye. Okay. Well, there's only one way to cross here. Is this... This almost seems bombable. I doubt it, but it doesn't hurt to try. No, of course not. Okay. Not what I wanted. Run. And of course, I believe we already shot this with an arrow, which is what opened this passage. Oh, and we can't really do anything here until we have the hammer. Ah, there was no way to escape that one. Some hearts for a poor peasant, please. Ah, the game just likes to be skimpy with, likes to skim on the hearts. Right, and then the only way back, of course, can't really go that way. Okay, so we're gonna go back the way we came. And really, the way to go here is probably just take this and go downstairs to basement first floor. But I see that we've got an ad coming up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Be Right Back screen. We're gonna take that ad break on the chin. And then we will be back with more The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. See you soon. welcome back to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Ailwolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, Beer Goggles 21, a dandy on stream, and we are playing A Link to the Past, the Game Boy Advance version, and we are going through the Dark Palace. So let's see if I do things correctly here. Let's go ahead and bomb this floor. And that, of course, is a secret entrance. And I gotta tell you, if I was navigating a castle or a dungeon, my first thought would not be to bomb the ground. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know that my knees would survive the fall in the first place. So maybe not the greatest idea. What's up here? And this is back in the main chamber, of course. But then you just go down, right? You could go down this way, I suppose. And the way to defeat those things, I believe, is... oh gosh. Goodbye. Wow, I'm out of here. Okay, let's try to... oh, nice. Let's catch it. Yes. Keep it in a bottle. Okay, so now we have all of the fairies. Unfortunately, we do not have all our hearts, and we might be able to rectify that by just going downstairs over here. Where's that bubble? Nice. Okay, so actually, this might be a good spot to say. Yeah, we'll keep playing, of course. I'm not saving and quitting. We will never quit. Unless it becomes my bedtime. Okay, so we've navigated that part. Gotta watch out from these things. What's on this side? Oh, this is the same exact location. It's like, oi, the same location. I don't know why I decided to use an accent right there. But I made my decision. Okay, so jumping in from the right side doesn't really have too many advantages, it seems. Oh, come on, just give me a break here. Okay, what if we go up? Uppies. And there's a chest right there. How do we reach that? If we run against this chest, would we be able to bounce? I can't run, unfortunately. What if I... oh, that's also a chasm. There's a bomb on that wall, which makes me think that I will not be able to jump. Instead, I will have to go to the other side of that wall and get it. Let me shoot an arrow to that crystal switch. Oh, come on. It should just pass. It should pass right through. Why? Okay. How do we do this? So what we're gonna do... come on. These things are so tough. It's ridiculous. So we activate the switch. There, reds. And then we're gonna go back out and go through that side. I am almost certain that that is the key here. Now, I have never been more certain of anything than this. Definitely not my microbiology degree. Okay, there you go. New path. Okay, and that leads you down. There's a lock key right there. Let's try... Oh, we can't go that way. There's only one path forward. Wait, what? Well, there's no way to cross that. I think we have to run it. Wait, what? Ah, that stinko. There was two of them? I don't have a key, unfortunately. How am I supposed to move if they're just there? Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna go through them. Ridiculous creatures. They're like corgis. Big chest. Or center chest anyways. I can't defeat these things, unfortunately. I just need the whatever's in there. Maybe if I have them chase me over here. And of course one of them is just decidedly not wanting to leave the chest. Compass. I don't know that I needed that, but I've got it. Let's go down. Ooh, candelabra. Whoa! Wait, why did I get hit? How about here? No, it's the same room. Chest. Key. Arrows. Arrows. Of course, with these bubbles here, there's no point in hanging out. Okay, so at the very least, we know that that was a very simple room. It was basically just a U. The big chest is right in the middle of that room where all the pillars fall. Now we've got a key, which means that we've got a chance to actually go from the other side. Right? Yes. I want to see them fall though. Are they gonna start falling? Of course not. Why is it so dark? Where's my boomerang? Just of course when I don't have any magic power. Gotta be careful with that fire. You play with fire, you're gonna get burnt. Is it just waiting for me? Is that what it's doing? Okay, we got one more. You would think that their fire would light up the room, but it doesn't. Some bombs. Lamp oil. Oh. Get over here, you crazy. Oh my gosh. How many hearts did it take exactly? All of them? Another key. Okay, how many do we have here? Oh, hey. I believe I need to bomb this place. So let's find the right wall. There it is. So the compass is actually able to tell us doors and big chests, right? It doesn't actually tell us about little chests, unfortunately. I don't think so. Yeah, the compass in this game is not as useful as in other games. I already have the big key. Yes. Yes. Nice, and we have like a little club, the magic hammer. You can now drive wooden stakes down into the ground. You can use it to pound other things too. Like my foot. You know, as much as I like the hammer, it has such a small range. It's just so tiny. This doesn't feel like a victory until I stop hearing the beating hearts. It's the wretched sound of the beating heart. Or the beeping heart in this case. I don't believe that there's any more openings in this room, so I think we're good to start going back and maybe start solving some puzzles with the hammer in tow. What do you say, fellas? And nicely, we can actually break these skulls and pots with the hammer, so we don't necessarily have to pick them up anymore. I wonder if it's worthwhile going downstairs without wait, oh my gosh, come on. Six hearts in total. They just don't stop, these creatures. Okay. Here's hoping that I get something good out of them. Like a treasure chest or something. Okay, well, nothing. It's just nothing. That's fine, I guess. Ooh, another treasure. It seems like these are bombable walls. What's down there? We don't actually know. So let's put a bomb here, since it's a less risky gambit. And that didn't seem to work. Rupees. Try that. Sure, let's go downstairs, see what happens. That didn't do anything. Oh well. Let's put the hammer back on. I wish I could turn these things over too. How are we supposed to pass? It's quite tight. Maybe if I could push one of these stones. Yes, the Safeway. Safeway, of course, your favorite grocery store. Ah, that was just a one-way. Okay. So now that we are able to flip things, we can actually solve the rest of the excuse me, cough. Apologies about that. I think we can solve the rest of the palace using the mallet. And let me hydrate for a second. Okay. Now I say it just doesn't get any easier. Doesn't get any easier. We could go back up That's just the room with the big chest. Don't really need to go there. That was a whole circuit on its own. I really think that maybe let's go to the right. I believe there was like a couple more treasure chests there. We're gonna have to go this way. But of course, those creatures are blocking our path. Maybe arrows? It didn't even phase it. Is it because we're in different levels, I wonder? Nice. Oh. Why would you go down and then you would go all the way over there? Does anybody, can somebody tell me? Well, they all perished. They perished as they lived. Ah, that thing. Okay, it fell. Great. So, what was I trying to do? Reactivate this switch? I think that's what it was. So that's fine, let's go this way. Alright, let's just keep using the hammer since we've got it. Here's wondering if hammering things is better than throwing pots. Ah, these creatures again. Let's do arrows. Hopefully one of them will give me some hearts. No. And the way that we do this... That's one. Nice. And that would actually just lead us downstairs if I recall correctly. Maybe? I wish I had better memory. Like a goldfish sometimes. Okay. This was the way. Do I still not have the map? Is that... Maybe that's what... That's what I'm missing here. Okay, defeated those creatures. How do we get these? Oh, we just need to shoot her with an arrow. Easy enough. There's a keyhole there. But of course, we have no keys. Oh man. Well, there's a couple of other places where we could continue to look. I wish this compass actually gave you like directions in terms of like chests and things like that. We're going back upstairs. Thought we were so close. So close. This thing is gonna get us, isn't it? Go. Well, at least we know where our final destination is. Final Destination 3D with the roller coaster. God, just no hearts anywhere. That gives me an idea. Oh good, none of those creatures. Busy beetles. Or is it buzzy beetles? I don't think we need to go back downstairs, but... Wait, my shield was up. Come on, game. Come on. Whew. You've met with a terrible fate indeed. Maybe go in that direction. No, we've been there before. There's no point in going there. Was there a door on the other side? I actually forget. I feel like we're gonna go round about the entire time. Let's jump. I feel like we've been there recently. Well, this was of no better help, by the way. We're about to lose another fairy right here. Do we have any magic powder? No, of course we don't. Ooh, look at that. A full potion. Let's try and see if we can get that bubble to give us more fairies. The eternal exercise of fairy hunting. Hunting for fairies. Be very, very quiet. I am hunting for fairies. If I could just... Okay. Switch weapons. Keep it in a bottle. Do it one more time. We might be in a good spot again. Just have to make sure to keep it up. Okay. And... Okay, and do it one more time so that we can get full hearts. New heart. You know, it might mind if using a fairy refilled your entire life, but I guess it makes sense that it doesn't. Nice. So, we are back at full. Let's just keep the bow and arrow. Let me go ahead and save here just in case. And continue. Of course, if anybody's wondering, we are enjoying a delicious pastry porter, non-alcoholic, from Surreal Brewing. To your health. Okay, so let's go back up. Put our hammer face on. So going down in that direction was not the answer, as far as I can tell. Away, 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 away. Come on. Oh, jeez. Just getting blitzed here. Blitz-balled. Maybe here? But there's no... Huh. How will we get there? Okay, there's only 2 floors. We're on first floor. If we go all the way to the northeast, sorry, that's the final dungeon. Are there any more doors here that I'm not really aware of? This was not the right way. This is a one-way street. Wait, what? Ah, they take so many hits. So that's not the way. Let's go up here. Maybe try the bombing the floor here once again. Running out of options. Oh wow, Chungus. Thank you so much for the raid. Let's stop here for a minute. Thank you so much for the hydrate, Chungus. Hold on. Let me find someplace safe. At least, as they say, I am safe inside my mind. Welcome everyone, and how are you doing today, Chungus? What were you playing? I was kind of just eyeballing my output monitor, and I saw that you were doing retro, but that of course could mean just about anything. Thank you so much for bringing in your community. What have you been up to in your post-WrestleMania life? And of course, anybody who's watching from my end, kindly give Chungus Guitarist a follow. An excellent community member, just an awesome individual overall. As I suggested, a wrestling fan, just an overall great individual. Mostly focuses on retro stuff, I want to say. Yeah, and just great people. Welcome, the Snowmans, Chumungos raid. I like it. Hey man, hope your stream is going well. It's going okay. I am beginning to understand my limitations in this game. I need to stop relying so much on fairies and get good. Sonic Spinball. You know, that is the one other pinball game that I've always wanted to try. The number one pinball game that I've always wanted to try is the Ruby and Sapphire Pokemon Spinball game. Is that called Spinball? I think it's just called Pokemon Pinball. People say that it's good. I'm not the biggest pinball game enthusiast, I suppose. But yeah, thank you so much for bringing in your folks. I appreciate it. And of course, just a quick introduction here. My name is Ails, aka Ailwolf. Generally, I am not a PNG person. I mostly do it when it's very late and I don't want to, I don't want to have to put on the general accoutrements that I generally put on. I do have my Corgi Churro with me that you can see in the lower lower left. I don't know my sense of directions. And the one other notable thing about myself is that I do like to talk about beers, and that's not what I meant to do. Maybe it is. Let's turn on the Ales cam. Today we are enjoying a delicious non-alcoholic pastry porter. It has notes of lactose, cream, and just delicious cacao nibs. Cacao, the original form of chocolate. So to your health. Good sleeping doggo. Yeah, it is the only time where he stays on camera when it is late and he just wants to sleep. But that's how it goes. So, anybody that has to raid and fade, I completely understand. Streaming is hard work. I don't want to hold anyone hostage here. That goes twice as much for lurkers. Yeah, but if you want to devote some time to the stream, we are playing A Link to the Past. If you want to see somebody play terribly, please feel free to stay here. Looks cool. It looks okay. But yeah, I hope that you're doing well, Chungus. Happy Wednesday, as they say. Or is it Happy Hump Day, as they say? Here's a terrible anecdote that I seldom say. But the first time I heard the term hump day, I was probably late 20s. not late 20s, maybe like mid 20s. And I had just gotten this spiffy new job. And somebody just, we were actually working side by side, and they were like, "Happy Hump Day." And I'm just like, what? And she kind of just looks at me and says, "Happy Hump Day." And I'm just like, in my mind, I don't know how to respond. I'm just like, are you coming on to me? What is going on here? And she kind of just laughs and she's like, "Oh, it's like a camel hump." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course. Of course that's what you meant." And of course that was the end of that conversation. And that is very sad. Let's go ahead and go up here. How about we go down this way? I don't think we've actually been here. At least not recently with the magic hammer. Oh, actually, it's probably gonna throw us in the same blasted room. Oh, I hate this thing. No need for that. Sorry, I'm still fishing for hearts here. Well, at least you have 3 bottle fairies. Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like enemies in the Dark World hit like a truck. So it might not necessarily be the greatest defense possible. See, so I've been to that side. Maybe I need to go back to the beginning. No, there's very little entrances here. Go back down the center. Maybe go back to the big chest area. That might actually reveal some more things. It's nice to flip these things. It's like flipping houses, except we're actually just going with a little turtle thing. Alright, we can actually flip them too, right? No. At the very least, the hammer hits them harder. But they're still so bouncy. Kind of like a pinball. Speaking of pinball. I'm sure you will find some stuff in the Dark World to make things easier. Hang in there. Yeah, I know that at some point I get upgraded defense. I just forget how long that takes. I'm a very impatient person, unfortunately. One of these character flaws, as they say. I am gonna hurl a bomb at that sucker. Oh wait, you can't hurl bombs in this game. Never mind. But yeah, stuff does seem to hit harder. Yeah, especially here, like right at the outset when you're trying to do the first few dungeons. It definitely seems like it. I'm gonna lurk, but I'll be back. Yeah, thank you for the lurk. And again, thank you so much for the raid, Chungus. You're too kind. Could have selected any other person. For some reason, you decided to bring your folks here, so very gracious. Okay, let's take the right. DC catapult on the rise. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Oh, right, if we try to head in that direction, the problem is going to be that we're gonna be blocked on the north. So what we're gonna have to do is hit that thing, turn it red, and then go back through this route. Oh, come on. How many hits does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll? Dag-nabbit. Okay, there. The problem is solved. feel like we're just like treading back our old footsteps at this point. Okay, so we're gonna hit that switch, and then we are going to go back out. My kingdom for some sword beams. Okay, so we're gonna be able to just walk right through. Nice. And yeah, let's try to take this circuit one more time. As Daft Punk once said, one more time. They said it in a very calm voice too. Alright, this is the place where the blocks just fall. So we just have to run it. Come on. Oh, jeez. Go away. They're like corgis, these things. Wait, I thought that they took the hit and then they perished. I'm surprised. Okay, so I'm missing a key. Let's go to the next room and see if we can solve the puzzle there. At the very least, this tool helps us with this thing. These things. But they give no hearts. No jars of hearts. Now that we've got magic powder, we might be able to use it against those bubbles downstairs. So that might be nice. Mercury bubbles, of course. Wait, what? Come on. Get over here. Why isn't it coming? Nice. And there's a couple of portals there. Is there a bombable wall anywhere around here that I'm missing? That, of course, is the entrance to the boss's lair. Where's that bubble? It's coming! Yes. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be a clear path here, unfortunately. Let's go with the hammer. That's funny. It flips them, but of course it can't actually hurt them. Okay, so we have... Let's go to the left. No, that doesn't make sense. That'll just get us back into the big chest. There's gotta be something incredibly obvious that I'm missing here. There was a bombable wall right there. Whoa. Oh, wow. Just walk right into it, why don't you? I feel like these are the Triceratops from Super Mario World, right? I think so. I think they are. Not only do I think they are, I know they are. How long does the fire stay on the wall? I actually thought that my shield prevented me from getting fired. You can't fire me, I'm fired. Yeah, that's We've been there. There's no additional puzzle in this room. Not today. Not today. I think I just lost myself. Help, I've lost myself and I can't get up. So let's just go down from here. And then of course the nice thing right here is just that you can just do one of these. Go back all the way up here. W5, which is where we started. There definitely seems to be like a door right there. Huh. Let's try explore that area one more time. Oh no, not in that direction. Right, and of course, the issue here is that you can't really get over there as much as we'd like to go. I wonder if there's another door. There seems to be something on the right side. Why am I not getting it? Oh, it's because it's down, further down. Okay. Wait, why are these things back? Wow, just total gang up. I can't. These freaks. Took away all my extra hearts. But that's how it goes. The lawlessness of the dark world. So there must be some other path that I'm missing right here. Maybe from here? What about that? Just randomly fall here? No, we've been to this particular location before. Hasn't necessarily given us any advantage. Why does... Wait, what? Maybe I need to defeat these things? Somehow I doubt that that's the answer. What was the point of this switch? I think it was just to make the treasure chest appear, now that I recall. I am going to use magic powder to get that thing. With like my quarter of heart that I have. Nice comeback. Try one more time. Okay, we're back to full. So, where are we on the map? Almost as if there was something. Oh wait, there's a bombable wall right here. Ah. Okay. Okay, we might have figured it out. They are immune when they are electrified. Now, which is the right side? Up? What about this? That doesn't seem like... Oh, we're in, what is it? Basement 1. I don't think there's a basement 2. Oh, and another one of these. Okay, let's get our arrows ready. Arrowed. At least they're the green ones. Of course, there has to be a red one. And the trick, of course. Nice. There seems to be a couple of walls that can be bombed here. Let's check out that map. So, you could go back that way. Where's my bombs? It's funny because there's a lot of false positives here. Yeah, none of those were actually bombable. Am I hitting anything? Probably not, huh? Oof. I don't want to lose my power. Don't want to lose my power. Oh, I lost my power. Why? What a pain in the butt. And this is what we wanted. Let's go ahead and just use arrows for safety. There's tiny ones. It's children. There's the map. Beautiful. I feel like we should have gotten it a long time ago. And of course you can just go down there. It seems like no matter how many times you just hit them, they will become tinies. Okay, so now we can see that there's a few hidden rooms in places that we've been, specifically to our right. Nice. Ooh. Do we have a need for... No. So we can actually just run into them. Great, so let's remember this room, of course. But yeah, there's a couple of other rooms that we've been to before that seem like they have hidden passages. So let's go to them. And watch out for these creatures. Ah, right. Of course. As M. Bison frequently said. Would you like to see the wine menu, sir? Of course! And do we really need to go through this again? Yes, I guess we do. Arrows. Oh, he took a shot for him. He was like the bodyguard with Kevin Costner. Okay, nice. Seems like all that investment in bombs really paid off. And go. Okay, so now that we are here, we can clearly see that there's a door over there. Let's go ahead and hammer these things. Hammer our problems away. Oof. I keep hitting the map button instead of the item button. It's a little trying. Okay. Wait, no keys? Wait, how did we miss a key this entire time? I wonder if it has anything to do with these roly-polies. Where else could there be a chest? That's one thing the game doesn't actually tell you. Chest locations. Let's beat these roly-polies. And see if that'll actually solve the problem. Let's go ahead and switch weapons. And if only I could just remap my weapons, that would be nice. The range on this thing is fabulous. Okay. Maybe I have to hit all of these? Wow. Well, I know where to go. The problem is not that. It's just that I've got no keys. Well, let's keep looking. What else does the map reveal here? Compass doesn't really tell us too much. I remember to open up the Cyclops, we had to shoot it in the eye, which we've already done. Go ahead and do a quick Google search. I don't think that we're going to be able to determine how to get the last key just from a quick glance, but you never know. Try some keys, blah blah blah. Beetles. Maybe I can find just a map that shows you where the keys are. Let's see. And of course it leads me to a video. One of the things that I just don't care for is when I'm trying to like look for a simple answer on Google. It's just like an image or like a text box, and sometimes it's just like, no, you need to get a... Oh wait, I think I know where it is. Let's go back to the map room. Of course, the map room. Now I just realized the error of my way. Oh, we're gonna have to go all the way back down now. What a pain. This is such a circumlocucious exercise. Can't go up that way, of course. Oh, and the door is locked now. No, wait, so we just... Really? We can't just go anywhere? Oh wait, there's a crystal switch right here. Never mind. Let's go ahead and snooze ads. Wait, what? Let's snooze ads for just a couple of minutes. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wrap up before we finish that dungeon. That's how it goes. Let's find a safe spot. beautiful. I love having to backtrack all that. All in the name of great streams. Okay, let's keep going down this way. Of course, what we are trying to do is go to the room with the warp, which I believe is all the way at the beginning. Let's wield the hammer. Why do I keep pulling up the map? It doesn't stop. Why can't we just hit it from here? Come on. I thought the hammer worked on these things. What changed exactly? What a pain in the keister. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna go here. And then we're gonna go down here to lead us to that map room. I feel tempted to actually grab those bubbles and turn them into fairies, so I might just do that. Nice. Okay. So let's grab that chest this side. It wasn't here. Oh, we have to solve this puzzle one more time. Seriously. And practice makes perfect. And I think there should be... Is it a bomb here? No, I think it's in the long room. Is it? Give me a second here, folks, to check back on that map. So from C... Okay. Let's just gun it. Go, 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 go. And this is the place. Leave a bomb right there. I wonder why that didn't pique my interest the first time around. Okay, and you know what? That is exactly where we will be calling it. Let's go back to intermission. Okay. Well, that was an eventful evening. Thank you very much, everyone that came in today, of course. Thank you very much, our raider today, Chungus and his community. Very much appreciate you all for stopping by. And of course, we did have a couple of folks here. Earlier, we had the Kitty as well as Falco Forte. And of course, every single one of you that was lurking, certainly appreciate your company. Here's hoping that you got a kick out of something. I know that I wasn't necessarily my most cheerful self today. I feel like on Wednesdays, I'm kind of just... a bit burnt out. Wednesdays also just happens to be the last day that I work, so it's a bit of that. So, if you like more of this senseless banter, feel free to see more of my streams. I generally stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. However, this week we are streaming tomorrow. So Thursday we're streaming tomorrow. It'll be our long stream. We will be streaming Final Fantasy VIII as well as Elden Ring. Welcome, welcome, Spectrum Branch. Thank you so much for coming in with Chungus. Unfortunately, we are just wrapping up. But thank you so much for popping in. Before I actually wrap up, let's go ahead and give fellow streamer and excellent individual Spectrum Branch a follow. They were last playing Nio. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. Spectrum is, I want to say, retro-focused, or at the very least, certainly does very challenging games with a certain edge of. Actually, now that I think about it, what would you say is your the oeuvre of the games that you play? While you're thinking about that, of course, I will also say that Spectrum is an excellent musician, so kindly give them a follow. Variety, first time playthroughs. I was completely wrong. Mea culpa, Spectrum. I will remember that for next time. I can't wait for 3 more hours. Trust me, you can wait. Neo sounds like a much better pronunciation. Thank you for that. But yeah, if you'd like to know what I'm doing and where I will be doing it, feel free to follow me on the socials. Those are there. Let's go ahead and set up a raid. And I was thinking that maybe let's go ahead and... Oh, I missed my raid target. You know what? Let's find somebody else to raid who might be doing something fun for the evening. You know what? Actually, let's somebody we haven't raided in a while because our schedules just don't seem to match up very often. Let's go ahead and raid Stony. Stony seems to be playing Bloodborne, and we do like Soulsborne's games around here. Let me go ahead and set up that raid. How do I raid people? Clearly I know nothing. Search. Stony Classics, of course. Fellow streamer, excellent individual. Was playing Metal Gear for a while. Does like to play Bloodborne games. Cool cat overall, I want to say. But yeah, here is a raid message for viewers. And that is the raid message for, that's just my socials. This one is the one for followers, which I should copy myself. I am off tonight. I am just not doing things correctly tonight. Thank you everyone for popping in today. And as I like to end these things, my catchphrase, stay thirsty, Alpaca, and good night, Spectrum. Catch you again.